Hey soulmates, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make this heart-shaped structure. Let's get right into the tutorial. I cut out strips of my hemming gum and then I laid them on the Organdi fabric, or you can use an organza fabric, whichever you choose to use. Carefully align them, let them lie side to side if possible. Let there be no space in between them. Next, I put my crinoline net. If you don't know what a crinoline net is, this is what it looks like. It's a really strong net, and then I pressed it with my iron. Notice that I just placed and removed the iron. I wasn't gliding over the crinoline net. That way you don't have air bubbles in between the crinoline net and the organdi fabric or organza fabric, whichever you choose to use. Next, you repeat the same procedure of carefully placing strips of hemming gum on that crinoline net, then overlay your other layer of organza or organdi fabric, and then you will press again with your steam iron. Carefully do so. To create the heart shape pattern, I folded my paper and went in by 1 inch from the fold, and then I measured 3 inches upwards, and then I went up from that 3 inches point by half an inch. So that's why I'm just measuring like 3.5 from the bottom. I hope you understand. And then I did the same inwards just to get a straight line. I like straight lines because they reduce errors. Rule a line across, and then on that line, on the 3 inches line, go in by 2 inches on the 3 inches line, and on the 3.5 inches line, going by 2.25 inches. Connect like so. On the 3.5 inches line, go backwards by 0.75 inches, and then you will go up by 0.25 inches. You will draw a line projecting upwards. Go ahead and mark 1/4 of an inch, that's 0.25 inches from the corner. Then you would mark the midpoint between the 3 inches and 3.5 inches line, which is 0.25, because the space between both points is half an inch. Then you're going to connect like so to create the heart shape. Next, you would place the pattern on the fabric and cut the shape out using a soldering iron. The fabric in question is the one we fused together at the beginning of the video with our hemming gum that had 3 layers of the organza, the crinoline net, and then overlaid finally with another layer of organza or organdi fabric. If you're wondering why I switched to a brown paper, I generally prefer using brown papers because they are stronger, and then the white paper, it tears easily and it's not, it doesn't have as much structure as the brown paper. For the embellishment process, we're going to use an instant glue, our cup chain, and then scissors. You can choose to use your glue gun if you feel like, but I prefer using this glue because I control it better, and then it has a thin nozzle, so it's easier for me. Here, I'm just trying to get an estimate of the amount of cup chain I'm going to use for one side of the heart shape structure. So I'm going to place it like so and then cut it off. Alternatively, you can glue it first and cut off the excess when you get there. anyone works. So you're going to apply your instant glue to the edge of the heart shape, like so. If you're using a glue gun, feel free, do it, but make sure it's as clean and neat as possible. Starting from the heart shape corner, you're going to place your cup chain on the glue, like so. I started from the heart shape curve because I wanted it to be as sharp as possible. Notice the way I'm adjusting the cup chain here to fill in the edges properly. You can do so that the cup chain will be as firm as possible. It doesn't sag in some places. Repeat the same procedure for the other side, and make sure that as you're doing this, you are starting from the heart-shaped curved corner as well. If you choose to use a glue gun for this procedure, make sure that you apply the cup chain to the glue as soon as possible, because the glue gun solidifies quickly as opposed to an instant glue. An instant glue dries up as fast as possible as well, but not as fast as a glue gun will dry up. Next, we're going to create a fold at the end to make the structure firm. If you put it as flat as it originally was, it wouldn't stand. But when you create like a fold or a dart at the bottom, you notice the difference between it and if you had left it like it was initially. You can hold down this fold with your needle and thread, or you can use a machine to, hold down the fold. But if you're doing it with a needle and thread, please make sure you double the thread so that the structure holds properly and then, it doesn't unravel eventually.